Hey y'all, it's Chris. Today is Saturday, August 4th, 2018, and we're on episode number 3 of The Daily Gab. I don't like the name. I'm sure you guys don't. Maybe you guys can, maybe anybody who listens to this, give me some comments and try to come up with a better name. I don't like it, but it's just what came out when I started thinking of something, and well, it's awful, I'll be honest. Hopefully there's not too much background noise. I'm sitting in the car because it's a little noisy in the house. I don't like doing this when my wife's watching TV or something, because if she's watching something she wants to listen to, then I'm talking and she may not hear it as well. And then you can't sit. I was going to sit outside, but I am watching the ash fall, so I don't want to sit out there, and thought, well, I'll just sit in the car, kind of like old school when I did the lives out here. Which I'm kind of thinking I might get back to doing lives out here again. That was always fun, so I may start doing them again, but I don't know. But yeah, so today is Saturday, and it'd probably be a really, really nice day if it wasn't for all the smoke and the haziness and the I don't know. It would be a really nice day if it was clear. So today we did a little something fun. And this is as One Eye Blind Media went over to the car show and craft fair put on by the Elks Lodge here in Marysville, right across from Ellis Lake. And a good little show. I mean, not a lot of cars, but a good little show. They had good music. They had food. The craft fair inside, I walked in for a minute, and my wife picked up a couple things, so I really don't know what all was going on in the craft show, but either way, we went over there, got some photos I took today, and I'll hopefully get those put together and edited soon, and then get them posted up on the website, oneeyeblindmedia.com, in case you didn't know. Hopefully I'll get them posted up there soon, and you guys will get to see a few photos from there. I don't know that I'll have as many as I had from the other shows, but we'll just wait and see what I got. I was a little tired today, so walking around out there. Oh, see, I'm yawning now. Sorry about that. Walking around out there kind of wore me out, and making my feet and legs hurt. So I didn't get to walk around as much as I normally would. But oh well. Let's see. Of course, the fair is going on right now. That's still going on today. I don't know who won any of the competitions as far as mini miss and all that kind of stuff. I know that they happened, I believe, last night, but I haven't really heard much about them. So, I mean, and then it's just I don't know, it seems like just a regular day in a way. There's not a whole lot going on. I know that there's a few music venues. I think 7 Mile House has Mob. Do they have Ma Barker today? I want to say they have Ma Barker. I think 21 Club has the Black Slacks. And there's a couple other bands playing at some other places, like SOPA and River's Edge Pub and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, go check them out. You can go check out the Yuba Sutter music scene and over on Facebook, and it'll be there. We also did a live today from the car show for just a few minutes. I usually do them a little bit longer and talk more about the cars and all that kind of stuff. But like I said, I wasn't feeling it today. I was a little tired. And I'm sitting here looking out the front, and I've been dealing with, what's a big problem? It's ivy and morning glory, and just various weeds in between there. And so I bought a big thing of Roundup maybe a month ago, and I've been spraying that, and that's just not strong enough. So I called around, and I actually called a farmer too to ask them what they thought I should use, but I haven't heard back from them yet. So I contacted Sutter Orchard Supply, and they said they have a stuff called a Racer. It's basically just a major vegetation killer to kill like everything. And I said, well, that's what I'm looking for. I want to get it all dead and get it all out, and then I'm going to redo the entire front yard a different way. And I think for like 2.5 gallons, it's about $60. Plus, I need to buy a sprayer. I was like, well, let me go see if I can find something a little less expensive. And I had to go to Lowe's yesterday anyway. I think I talked about that yesterday. I had to go to Lowe's anyway. So I picked up this Ortho vegetation killer, and I sprayed it yesterday, and it probably takes it 3 days to a week before it really starts taking effect. So I sprayed it all, and then of course it hasn't rained or anything, so it shouldn't be washing it away. And they were telling me it soaks in pretty good, so I sprayed the entire front area that I want dead, all the vines, the morning glory and the ivy, and then I did some stuff around the public right away on my property. And I'm hoping that now, this stuff will start dying and I can start, getting rid of it. The plan is with the front yard is once I get all this vine stuff killed in the front and against my little fence that runs between the house and another fence and along my fence line on the other side, is I'll get all that stuff dead, get it all drug out of there, get all that clean so the fence is clean, then get it all out of the yard itself, get the entire yard. I want to get it down to just dirt, where there'll be nothing but a dirt and my driveway. And then I'm going to go back and section the dirt and the driveway from each other, so the driveway is a little bit more outlined. And then I'm probably going to go find some kind of rock. I don't know what kind yet. Have it brought in. I'm going to open the door here so you may hear some noise. There's a fly got in here and it's bugging me. So I'm going to go and grab some rock to throw in here. And I'm going to try, hopefully it got out. I'm going to try doing some rock. I just don't know what kind of rock yet, what it's going to look like. But I think all the areas where everything was growing, I'm going to do rock first. I'll get the rock down, get it nice and clean, get it raked out, get it level, do whatever needs to be done. Then I'm either going to go back. Now, this stuff that I sprayed is supposed to sterilize the ground for up to a year, so nothing will grow, which is great because when we do this, I got to spend some money on landscape fabric too, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down landscape fabric, then put the rock over it, and that should hopefully, because that blocks the sun, nothing should grow. So then from there, I'm going to, then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get some big pots, like big terracotta pots or something like that, place those in certain locations around the area that I've killed everything, to plant stuff specifically in those spots. Wow, excuse me. So that I can, kind of clean all that up and make the yard a little bit nicer and a little bit easier to maintain, because since the stroke, it's hard to maintain some of this stuff. So yeah, that's a project I'm going to be working on. And then I've got a couple other projects in mind that I'm wanting to mess with. Some collaborations with some other people. I was actually hoping to get in touch with some people to do some photography this weekend, but with the way the smoke is, the way the ash is from the fire that's west of us, I don't want anybody out in this. I don't want to be out in it myself. It's been messing with my throat. So I think I'm just going to have to hold out on doing any kind of photography stuff. I mean, just being out doing the car show was enough for me today. But I don't know. So yeah, it's been, but I mean, the weather's warm. It's actually a little hot today when I was out walking around, but not overly bad. So yeah, I mean, it's, I don't know what else is going on today. Hopefully you guys have found something to do, something that'll keep you, something you can do happily and keep you occupied until, all this stuff is over and we get rid of all this smoke and ash and all that other junk. But, so then today I was flipping around looking at stuff. I just saw that I got my emails from the Wiki Man, so that means the Live with Lou show is, at least I've got 2 hours of it ready to go. So I'm going to start working on that in a few minutes. As soon as I'm done with this, I'll probably put this audio together real fast into a video and get it posted. Then I'll start working on that show. And then, of course, tomorrow's the Yuba Sutter Political Spotlight. From my understanding, they got a little bit of a special announcement tomorrow. And I think they're going to have a special guest. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. And what I find interesting, too, is they're taking off a little bit more. They're doing more lives, that kind of stuff. I mean, I think we're going to get to the point they don't even need me anymore. They'll be able to just take their lives, download them, and post those, or make a live of their show, download that and post it, or just leave it on their page and then share it accordingly. Which means we could be getting to a point that I won't be doing their show anymore. But what's interesting is I've been looking for other things to do like that. There's a couple of other radio shows that I could do some stuff with, but these people have got to be interested in doing it. And I don't know that they are as of right now. I mean, a couple of them I have sent some stuff to, and via somebody else, and they haven't taken the opportunity yet. So I'm gonna assume they just don't want to do it. I would like to eventually find somebody around who wants some promotional videos, or I can still do lives for people. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we can do. As a matter of fact, I got one guy I've got to call and talk to him about doing some stuff. I spoke with a family member who said, yeah, give him a call. And I said, okay, I will. It might be a couple weeks. And then, of course, all this stuff happened with my dad, and I've been gone. And now that I'm back, and now that I'm kind of getting back into the swing of things, it's time for me to make a phone call and try and get all this straightened out and see what they want and see if I can do anything to help them out. So, I don't know, but I've been half thinking, why bother doing this stuff at all? I mean, if somebody calls me and wants something, I'll do it, but otherwise, just chillax, this was funny. I'm sitting there flipping through YouTube this morning, and I found a channel that was all about movie trailers. And so I saw the movie trailer for Venom and the one for Aquaman and some other stuff, that kind of thing. And then lo and behold, there was one there for the movie called Shazam. And it's just funny because I remember watching Shazam as a kid when it was Jim Nabors. And for those who don't know who Jim Nabors is, he played Gomer Pyle. He played Goober on the Andy Griffith Show. And I know that's a long time ago compared to some of you guys. So you may just have to whip up YouTube and go look it up for yourself. But I thought, wow, Shazam, that's pretty interesting. And it's funny, when we were flying back from Atlanta, I started watching The Incredibles. They had it as a free movie you could watch on the Alaska Airlines stuff. So I started watching. I love that movie. So I started watching it, and I didn't get to finish it because I didn't watch it straight through. I kind of snoozed a little bit here and there. And so I finally said, to heck with it, I'm ordering it. I for some reason, I feel like I already have it, but I can't find it. So I ordered it from Walmart, so I should have it Tuesday, I think. So I'll at least now have the movie so I can watch it whenever I want. And then I won't have to sit down, watch it again, and then go over and watch Incredibles 2. I think those movies are great. They're just, I just think Incredibles is great the way it was done. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I can watch it soon because I'm kind of jonesing to watch it. Actually, I've watched a lot of weird movies here lately. And it's not necessarily that they're weird. Just older movies like Stripes with Bill Murray and John Candy, or Happy Gilmore. Just all kinds of movies like that. And then seeing stuff come up. It's like I shared it the other day on Instagram. It was a picture of Chris Farley as Matt Foley, and it's like, kids today will never know where this man lived. And it's like, well, everybody knows he lived in a van down by the river. But, it's just funny because there's so much stuff out there that, that kids nowadays have no idea. I mean, like old rotary phones, pay phones, old TV shows. Well, like the old Saturday Night Live with like John Belushi and Steve Martin and Martin Short and Eddie Murphy and Gilda Radner and all that stuff, and Dan Aykroyd, like when they did the Blues Brothers, and when they did, Steve Martin and, Martin Short would do Two Wild and Crazy Guys. And then you see some of the other characters like Kevin Nealon and Dana Carvey, which their characters, the two like bodybuilders, were going to pump you up. Those guys were funny. Or seeing Dana Carvey do like President Bush and Barbara Bush and all of his voices and stuff, and then it's just so much of that stuff that was so good for so long. Of course, now it's pretty much junk. It's not as good now, but going back, I love going back and watching Bill Murray movies because some of the stuff he did was great. And actually, one of the movies I loved to watch that he was in, it was a minor role, was Zombieland. He was great in Zombieland. I thought he was funny. So there's all that kind of stuff to do too, and and it's funny how, my kids know a lot of this stuff because I've made sure that they've seen the movies to know who Chevy Chase is or who Ted Knight is, like from from whatever movies, or to know who Steve Martin is, or to know who, I've let them see these old Saturday Night Lives and made sure they've watched them so they kind of get an idea of who some of these people were and how, if it wasn't for them, today's people wouldn't have it. There wouldn't really be any comedy today. And how about this one? I'm happy about something. I can't wait for September 28th. Last Man Standing is back on TV. It's on Fox, where it should have been in the first place, but it's back on TV. I am so looking forward to that show. Tim Allen is funny. And I don't know that it's really all of the political jokes. Those are great. The political jokes when he picks on Hillary, he picks on, Obama, he picks on whoever. Those are funny. But, the other stuff that he does, that's just picking on like hipsters and all that kind of stuff, that's all funny. The actresses that play his wife and his daughters are all hilarious. I like Nancy Travis. I think she's a kick. So, I'm looking forward to that show coming back. It's one of those things where I started watching it, and I didn't stop watching it until it went off the air. And I've watched a ton of reruns and that kind of thing, but I really like that show, and I'm looking forward to it. But I was a big fan of Home Improvement, too. I like the character Tim, the Toolman Taylor. And, and that whole concept with that show. But, I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready for it to come back. That's going to be a lot of fun to watch again. And it's funny because I don't watch a lot of TV. TV itself does not, I have a TV in my office. It's actually I use it as my monitor for my computer. I don't really watch TV. As a matter of fact, I don't even have a cable box hooked up to it. I used to. I got rid of the cable box. I don't have any antennas, anything like that hooked up to it. Just my computer. And, there is some TV that I watch. And what it is TV that my wife records on the DVR. And then through the website with Xfinity, I can go back to the DVR, pull that up, and watch it, right? So I watch things like, I like Chicago Fire, Chicago PD. I like the way those are written. I'm a big fan of Grey's Anatomy. I love the way it's written. There might be one or two shows out there other that I watch. I can't think of them off the top of my head. I know Last Man Standing will be recorded every week. I've kind of gotten back into Whose Line Is It Anyway? I thought it was better with Drew Carey, but it's okay right now with Aisha Tyler or Taylor or whatever her name is. She's not that funny, although she tries. But, I mean, Ryan Stiles, Colin Mockery, and Wayne Brady, those guys are hilarious. So I do watch that sometimes still. I was into The Big Bang Theory, and then I got out of it. Now I'm kind of getting back into it a little bit. And then, of course, NASCAR. My NASCAR stuff records. The thing is, I wanted it to just record the races. It records everything. It records practice and qualifying. So Xfinity has screwed up the way you go in and pull stuff up on demand now through the computer to watch it. So I don't like that part. But so usually I just have the wife go through and delete it all. So I mean, like this week I believe is Watkins Glen. So I will watch the race tomorrow. I mean, I'll watch it after I record it. I will watch the Watkins Glen race because I like the road courses. I like Watkins Glen. So I will watch that. And I'm hoping to get the opportunity to get out to Marysville a little bit this year. Maybe head up to Chico and see a little racing. A friend of mine wants to go down to the K&N race at the Roseville Speedway. So we'll probably try and get down to that. I know we went there a couple years ago to see that race, and if anybody knows NASCAR, you'll know who Larry McReynolds is. Well, he came up and sat in the pit stands with us. He and I chit-chatted for quite a while because he couldn't believe that I was out here and then that my home track is Greenville Pickens Speedway. Whoops. He couldn't believe that I'm all the way out here and that's my home track. And so he knew my dad and all that kind of stuff too. But, so yeah, it was just, I mean, it's fun to go to that. I love to go to races. Although I've lost some interest in it over the past couple years from the big side, NASCAR side. But either way, I still like going. I still like watching them every now and then. I like going when I can. So I'm hoping to hit some this year. Thinking about even making sure I go and I'll pay the extra money, go in the pits, take my camera, do some photo, maybe some video. I don't know. I'm actually hoping to set up a couple photo shoots here soon too. I mean, if you go to oneeyeblindmedia.com, you can go to our services page, and you can see all the different things that we do. I mean, we do photography, videography, audio recording, all that kind of junk. Well, you can see what's there and what our costs are. And I mean, I don't think we're overly expensive. I mean, I think I've got myself priced pretty fair in comparison with a lot of other photographers. And speaking of One Eye Blind Media, because this will go up on the One Eye Blind Media YouTube channel and then get shared out from there. Don't forget to go and check out our YouTube channel. Give us thumbs up on our videos, comment on our videos, and of course subscribe to the channel, along with hitting the little notification bell. That way you'll know when we post stuff. And it won't be annoying because we don't post. I mean, we do post every week. Now, right now, this thing that I'm doing now, this Daily Gab podcast concept, then I'll be posting every day. But it's one video a day. It's not, I'm not going to be bombarding your inbox with notifications or your notifications of any kind, with the YouTube uploads. Now, once we put stuff up on YouTube, because we'll still be doing the Live with Lou show, the Yuba Sutter Political Spotlight, and when they do the Dollars and Cents show, that one too. So those will still be posted up on YouTube, and then of course we'll share them out to different pages. So I mean, we obviously would love for you to go and check out the One Eye Blind Media Facebook page, like and follow. Go to the One Eye Blind Media Twitter, follow that, and go to One Eye Blind Media on Instagram. And follow that as well. I mean, we love having people follow us, commenting and liking our stuff. We especially like getting the comments. I actually posted something the other day and got a comment from somebody in Russian. And it was just great. That's all they said was great in Russian. So I commented back and said thank you in Russian. So I do try to pay attention to who's commenting and how they comment and try to respond accordingly. Out of respect for the fact that they took the time to comment, I want to comment back. Somebody comments on the YouTube channel on a video, I almost always respond to them myself. Although they may be commenting the kind of comment to Lou for his show or to the Spotlight for their show, I typically will respond to those comments because they don't typically respond to them. I will respond to those comments. Almost always will like those comments because I think it's important to engage with people, and that's the other side of what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to engage with people. That's why I decided that starting the November election cycle, as we start doing like videos and Facebook Lives and I may try and set up some Facebook Lives here in the car again and that kind of stuff. Well, as we start doing that again, I'm not going to put them on It's Yuba City and More Live. I'm going to put them all on. Everything's going to be on One Eye Blind Media, and then I'll share it out from One Eye Blind Media to It's Yuba City or wherever it's appropriate. Because the goal now is to build one. It's Yuba City and More, we're at about 3,000 likes and follows, which is really, really cool. We got about 1,000 or so on the Twitter link or on the Twitter page, which is really cool. But now it's time for me to take that focus away from there and put more focus on One Eye Blind Media and try and build that. And then keep some focus on It's Yuba City and More, but to really put the focus over there. I'm hoping here soon that, as we do videos, I'll start getting some sponsors. I actually wouldn't mind getting a sponsor for this audio deal that I'm doing. I don't care who it is, whether it's a microphone sponsor or a local sponsor or whatever, which I am going to contact the microphone company for my microphones that I use exclusively. And say, hey, here's what I'm doing. I don't have a big following yet, but I'd love to be able to have you guys as sponsors and be able to talk about you because I do work with a lot of musical people and I'd like to see the music people doing the same thing. Using the same equipment that I use. I think my microphones are the best that you can buy. Matter of fact, I just replaced, I think I told everybody on a live one time that my old microphone, my Video Mic Me from Rode, got stepped on and broken. And I thought I fixed it and it was working, but it still got problems, so I ordered a new one. Just got here yesterday. I'm hoping to use it later to do a Facebook Live over on One Eye Blind Media or It's Yuba City, so I can check it out and make sure it's working. And then one of my other microphones, I broke what's called a Rycote Lyre. It's basically a suspension thing to suspend the microphone to cut back on noise from handling and that kind of stuff. And it broke, and so now I've got to contact them and see if I can get another one of those, or if I'm just going to have to order a whole new microphone. If I can get just the microphone shock mount, then I'll get just the shock mount. But if I can't, then I'll just order a whole new microphone. So I don't know. All right, well, we're getting down to about a minute left here, and I should probably get out of here anyway. It's been 30 minutes, and that was the goal, to try and keep these at 30 minutes. So I do appreciate everybody. I've noticed on the YouTube side that we've had some views. We've had a couple of likes, no comments yet. So, and then I don't know if anybody's subscribed. We're up to like 121 subscribers now, which is cool. So yeah, it'll be up there. I do appreciate everybody on the YouTube side, the Facebook side, the Twitter side, anybody who's paying attention to what I'm doing here. I know I'm not, the end-all be-all kind of a thing and that great of a wordsmith, I guess. But I do appreciate what everybody's doing. And if you got questions or comments, please let me know. If you've got ideas for the show, things you'd like to hear me talk about, shoot me a message. Let me know. You can message me on It's Yuba City, One Eye Blind Media, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, wherever. Well, hey, listen to that. There's the music saying it's time for you to shut up. So let's turn that off. All right, come on now. All right. Okay, so just turn that timer off. There we go. That was stupid. It was a little weird trying to turn it off. All right, so I guess I better get out of here. Appreciate everybody listening. Like I said, let me know if there's a subject you want me to get into, and we'll see what we can do. And I guess I'll talk to everybody tomorrow. Everybody have a good Saturday. Don't get in trouble. Go out and have a nice dinner with your family, your girlfriend, your wife, whatever the case. And have a good day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.